The Tale of Moonspire Keep. On the windswept cliffs above the Silverstone Sea stood Moonspire Keep, a tower of pale stone that gleamed like bone beneath the moonlight. For centuries it had been abandoned, its halls echoing only with the crash of waves and the cries of gulls. Sailors swore that, on certain nights, lights flickered in its windows, though no one dared draw near. Ira, a cartographer's apprentice, was the first in a generation to climb its winding path. She had grown up listening to the sea whisper against the rocks, filling her mind with stories of the tower. Some said a great astronomer once lived there, charting the stars until the heavens themselves took him. Others whispered of curses, of a bell that tolled for ships that never returned. Inside, the keep was dust and silence. Moonlight spilled through fractured glass, scattering across a vast chamber lined with instruments of brass and crystal. Ira ran her fingers over a tarnished astrolabe, its engravings so precise it seemed alive. At the chamber's heart stood a great telescope aimed not at the stars, but at the sea. As she peered through, her breath caught. The waters below shimmered with ghostly light, and there outlined in silver was the shadow of a city beneath the waves. Towers rose, streets wound, and pale figures moved as if walking through air. She blinked, and the vision vanished, leaving only dark waves. Night after night, Ira returned. Each time, the city grew clearer, until she could hear faint echoes of bells and voices carried on the tide. She began to map it, tracing the drowned avenues on parchment. Yet with each line drawn, the sea outside grew restless, tides clawing higher, winds screaming louder. One stormy night, as the waves battered the cliffs, the telescope's glass glowed with a brilliance that filled the keep. Ira saw the city in its full splendor, alive and beckoning. A voice whispered through the chamber soft, ancient, and filled with longing. Finish the map, and the way will open. Her quill shook, ink spilling across parchment. She knew that one last stroke would complete it, and with it, perhaps the city would rise again, or she would be pulled beneath the waves forever. When the storm subsided, Moonspire Keep stood silent once more. The telescope was cold, the chamber still. On the desk lay a map of a city no living soul had ever seen, completed with a single, trembling line. And from the cliffs below, some nights, one can hear faint bells ringing not from the sea, but from far beneath it.